Look at you.
I know. I'm on point. It's all right. It's all right.
We'll see.
It's all right. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the show.
That's right.
We hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day.
Microphone is on.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's on.
Just like, oh my god.
Dude, that was terrible.
I know.
Hey guys.
What's up?
Good evening. What's up?
What up?
Hello from PA. Hello, everyone.
What's going on?
Indiana checking in, or India. Sorry, India checking in. No, India.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Yep, got that one. Greetings from Ohio.
What's up?
Evening from northern Indiana checking in. 70 degrees and sunny. I hope the weather is starting to be way, way better. There you go, Fernando. That one's for you.
Hey, ¿qué pasa?
I'm longer than okay. Whatever works for you. Hola.
Hey.
We'd love to have you guys in Base Wars live sometimes.
What?
Base Wars. It's a show.
Base War. Okay.
It's a show that they do, like podcast, but like this.
Okay.
Yeah, reach out. I would love to. I'm more than happy to come on. I love talking to base heads. I'm not gonna lie. You guys are great. Because it's not my normal thing. So I would love to.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yep, there you go. Mr. John Myers checking in. What's up, Johnny?
What's up?
Along with Mr. Bill Freeman.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, how's it going, Bill? Bill still has a hard time realizing that people walk up to him and go, "You're Bill Freeman. I know you." And he's like, "How would people know me?"
What's that, Tony?
Duh. Ha ha ha.
Exactly.
Maryland, 72.
72.
Happy Monday.
What's up, Bruce?
Flooring weather is here. Flooding weather is here. Yes, I can read.
Hey, Eddie. Eddie Cavazos.
You know?
Yeah.
You gotta fill me in here.
Okay, so remember the guy that came from Guadalajara?
Yes.
Jail.
Yes.
Went to Vegas.
Yes.
Spent some money.
Yes.
Day there.
Okay.
That's
So I know exactly what you're
Eddie.
talking about now.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, Eddie. we remember a lot of people, but we have to remember them specifically.
Yeah.
So, you know, it just adds to the fun of it. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Mr. Dan. Danny.
You know Dan, too?
Of course, Danny. Remember Danny? Take a picture in the elevator with him.
Did we?
Oh, my God.
I remember. I'm giving you a hard time. Yeah, outside. Yes, I know who Dan is.
Okay.
Danny. But yes, I do know who he is. I'm just having fun at this point.
Yeah.
It was a real honor to meet both of you guys a couple weeks ago. Thanks for taking the time to say hello with me. You remember Tim, right?
Yes,
remember
of
Tim?
course. Tim.
Tim, Mr.
I'm gonna burn
I'm gonna
my
put on
arms
suntan
and
lotion
everything.
and then not put on suntan lotion.
Dude.
Yes. He works on motorcycles and he's sounds.
Yes.
Yep. So.
And he burned his arms.
He burned his arms bad. Dude, Tim, my friend. Come on, man. Hi, guys. Greeting from Portugal.
Hey, from Portugal.
What is happening?
Portugal.
I'm just having such a hard time. Benjamin, I'll come back to you. This is just way too much fun. Okay. 48 degrees. There's Fro.
Yeah, that's right.
Fro's here in Clearwater, actually.
Beach. You're at the beach.
So if you follow Fro.
Yes.
At MasterTech Expo, I met a Jim Myers that looked a lot like Jim Myers. Wonder if they were related.
Probably not.
You never know. You never know. Banda's best amps in the world.
I like the colors.
I'm sure it's debatable.
I like the colors.
Hi, Fro.
What's up, David?
I can't hear anything over the live music. Oh, whatever. Dean, do you remember me? With the picture of you looking into the wall from the Santa Monica.
Santa Monica.
I mean,
right?
Let's be honest. I remember people.
Go one up.
This one?
No. You didn't miss.
You didn't miss
Instagram
it. We just didn't do it.
We didn't do it.
We're back to here. Listen, I suck at names. I'll be the first one to tell you right now I suck at names. I remember people's faces, so when I see people's faces, I immediately know who they are.
And right now, she's looking.
But so, like this guy, no idea. But
No?
when you show me that mug of his, I immediately know who it is. So I did 2 and 2 together until I asked Dean. You guys are terrible. Wisconsin!
What's up?
And who's this guy? I feel like I should know him.
Do you remember him?
Mel?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Come
was
on,
he the
man.
SPL guy? I feel like he was the SPL.
Yes, he's the SPL
We are
guy.
returning to our regularly scheduled program for at least the next couple weeks. And even then, we're going to try really hard.
It's really hard. It's really hard.
Hey, what do you think? What do you think about this horrible war in Ukraine? Now, I would love to answer this, but unfortunately, because we are a car stereo show, getting into politics, I have a rule against it. So, other than snide comments, you know, that's about all I can do.
Yeah.
But suffice it to say, it sucks, and we'll just go with that. And I was corrected when I had mentioned on another show that I did, it isn't the Ukrainian war, it's Putin's war against Ukraine. So we'll go with that, and I'll leave it alone. All right, Scott. A couple of weeks ago, I was asking about using a JL Fix or an LC7i in my son's IS350. I do remember this. We took your advice, returned both of them and the JL Audio amp, and exchanged it for an audio control D5-1300. Thank you so much for the great advice and help. My family then surprised me with the same amp to put in my 2016 F-150. Any tips you can offer me for installation into either vehicles? Well, the 250 that's actually an easy one.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a user of ForeScan,
Yep.
then you have 2 options. One, you can download ForeScan and you can reprogram the radio, which there's YouTube videos, not ours, but tons of them out there, showing you how to reprogram the radio for variable voltage 4-volt output with the EQ turned off. If you're not comfortable using that or playing with ForeScan, you can also get the iData DFO2 harness, which you're probably going to want anyways, and an AR, and that will do it for you. So that does make that pretty easy. I was coming in here because I want to shut this off.
Coming in hot.
It's driving me crazy. So there is that. Now, as far as the IS350 goes, that one's just going to come down to whether or not you go to the output and it's variable or going after the amplifier. You're probably going to have to go after the amplifier.
Yeah.
All right, where's the one I said I go back
I'm trying to look at
it. Just look for the big lots there.
Right here, Benjamin.
Okay. 2019 Toyota Camry non-JBL, trying to keep the factory radio. Pack makes a T-harness. Have you used it before? Recommend 5-channel with high-level inputs for front stage and sub. Would you consider using the Kicker key amp? All right, so 2019 Camry non-JBL. Pack makes a T-harness for that now. Is it available? If it is, yes, use the T-harness for sure. We haven't used the Pack ones because those just came out, the new T-harness. We haven't talked about them much because they only have like 4 of them that are available, and it's really kind of stupid because they're doing a staggered release. Stupid. But a Toyota is a pretty easy harness to get your hands onto because if it's not available, you can always just buy a 70 and a 71 harness from they're from Metra. But anyways, the Kicker key amp would work okay. What you would probably want to do, because it's a Toyota, is buy a key lock and put that in front of the Kicker key. The key is designed to fix acoustic problems. The key lock is designed to fix electrical problems. And because it's a Toyota, it's going to have electrical problems, meaning the signal coming out of the radio isn't going to like to play with the acoustic side of things, because the time alignment that the amp is going to try to put in is going to be affected by the all-pass filter that Toyota uses. Now, you can run it without time alignment, and you can just do the EQ portion of it, and it'll sound okay. But if you're trying to get a perfect center image, then you're going to want to do a key lock stacked on top of the key and do like a front stage upgrade, and that would sound wonderful.
All right. Hey guys, I'm trying to do a 3-way. I got 2 6.5s, 2 8s, and 2 3/4.
Oh, wow.
Should I run the 6.5 and the 8-inch together out of the DMA10?
So when you so are the 8-inch subwoofers or are they like a mid bass? Because like a 6.5 and an 8-inch are really close together, unless we're talking about like loudspeakers. Right. The question I'd have is what 2.5, what 2 3/4 are you using? Because you're gonna want some tweeter, and I feel like you're gonna be really low mid bass, and I feel there's gonna be a gap there somewhere. I don't know, something. But no, your 8 and your 6.5 aren't going to be on the same channel. That would kind of defeat the purpose of doing them, because you're definitely going to want to separate those two out to take advantage of their sizes, because the 2.5 is only going to play down so far, and then the 6.5 will have to, and then the 8 will have to go after that. Otherwise, you're going to have just problems, and it's not going to sound great. There you go.
Yes. He just messing with everybody.
Oh.
He knows who it is. He's just like, I don't know.
I know.
We know.
Can I have fun? Can I have fun? No. As I recall, there was many tables I walked up to and just started cussing at everybody, and I wasn't even drunk.
That's bad. That's really bad.
It was really fun. All right, we got to do that, and then we got to get back to it. All right. Question from India. Sorry for so long a question. SQ oriented 75%, or SQ oriented music 75%, bass heavy 25. Okay, so they listen to a lot of SQ and a little bit of bass music. Your comments on factory input to Epicenter Micro, to the Helix M6 DSP, 4 DSP RCA, to the Clarion HX AD. They still make head units over there. To a set of Morel hybrids, 6 power channels running 1. To Morel crossover, to center channel. Okay. Got M2s, nice. On dash, Morel, a lot of M2s, those are pretty cool. For sound effects, 6 kicker. Okay.
Wow.
That's a lot of stuff. Sealed enclosures, all in. Jesus, that's a lot.
I think that's a lot of speakers.
So. The question, I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess the question I have is back your comments on factory input to Epicenter Micro to the Helix M6. I don't think I would do that. You're going to go into the Helix M6, and then whichever the output is to the subwoofer is going to go into the Epicenter. So integrate into the radio, and then out of that. So right before the subwoofer amp is where the Epicenter Micro needs to go, not first, because you don't want to run it. You don't need to run that. You don't need to run it through the high side of things. I think that would just be weird. But it's I would never do that to think whether it would work or not. But don't do that. Before we go any further, go ahead and shut that off. I don't know if that answered your question, but it was a confusing question. So every week, we put Fernando scours the 12-volt clean wire club over on Facebook and finds a worthy person who's done the work and posted an awesome picture. And this week we have what am I, number 2? Yes, we have one.
Yes.
Who do we have this week, Fernando?
That's Danny.
Oh, this is Danny's?
That's Danny's.
I don't know. I never read the names. Yeah,
it's okay.
So Danny, in the comments here, did a wonderful job. There again, Epicenter Micro going in place. And then we have a JL Audio along with a R2 Rockford Fosgate Prime amp. Yeah. Done up really nice. Speed wire I see going in there. We're using the 4000s. Lots of zip ties on an ABS panel. Very nice. Nice and clean and simple. Like it. So, and a T-Spec distribution block. I like those. Been using a lot of those lately.
Yeah.
My only complaint about the T-Spec is that they use which it really isn't a complaint. It's just because it's different and I'm not used to it yet, they go to instead of using an Allen key, they use a Torx.
I like it.
I like it too. I always forget.
To be honest, I'm digging it.
You're digging it?
Yep, totally.
Tell
me something about Ground Zero car audio stuff.
What do you want to know? I mean, that's kind of a broad question. We'll be up hanging with Ground Zero in Austria in like the end of next month. They're German. They have several different facets as far as what they're concerned with. You have the high-end line, which uranium's one of them that Fernando's using in his car.
Mm-hmm.
They have from mild to wild as far as price points go, as well as they also make a decent amount of louds. So they have a lot of the loudspeaker stuff that a lot of the motorcycle guys use. It's just
They just released a brand new shallow subwoofer that does really well. So
I mean, I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Yeah. It's I have a D harness now. The 51300 would replace an LC7i and 2 amplifiers.
Yes. Yeah. The only thing I'll have to do is the inputs for the 51300 are smaller. They use the mini Phoenix connector as opposed to the regular Phoenix connector that the LC7i use. So you will have to swap the connectors to go into the 51300.
All right. What's up, guys? 2021 Charger. No factory amp. To the DSR1 through the Maestro Stinger 4000, going from the DSR1 to the trunk, getting alternator or engine noise. Where to look?
I mean, why would we assume it's the signal? Like, so there again, we're starting at the beginning and we're working our way back. A lot of the times it's not the signal coming in. It could be the amplifier that's causing the problem, or it could just be the car. There's certain times where it's the car, but where to start is obviously you just kind of got to go back through the system, check your grounds, check your gains, make sure that they're all set properly. The other thing you can do too is you can disconnect the DSR1 and use your phone as a source unit. So the DSR1 does have, which is turned off, but you can unplug RCAs and plug in your phone using an aux to RCA. So if it's an iPhone, you use a Lightning to aux to Y-jacks, and then plug it in and use that to test and see if you still have noise. Typically when using a harness like that, there's really not a chance for noise. Now, they do make extension cables, so like if for some reason where you have it buried in the dash, maybe pull it down out of the dash and get it out onto the floor and see if the noise goes away. If it does, they have 2 extension cables for the DSR1 for an iData connection, so you can move it actually into the trunk, which might be a good idea too. They make the EXT2 and I think the EXT4. You'd want the 4. And then you can just take you can take that brain and move it into the trunk just in case there's like a loose RCA. That's another thing too that we've seen, is that those RCAs, especially up in the kick panel where the factory amp is that sometimes those RCAs pull down and you get noise that way. I like to shrink wrap all my RCAs together on that, because that's the one thing about the DSR1 I really don't like, is the bundle of RCAs you end up with. But
what's up, Bobby?
What's up, Bobby? They did go fishing the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice,
We went over to
cool.
the Big Island and went fishing.
Really?
Yeah. Can you pronounce ground zero with a German accent? No.
Really?
No, I can't.
Well, you gotta try, man.
No, I don't.
You have to try.
I don't have to try. Why would I have to try?
I don't know. You
All right, hold on. Let me do this real quick, because it's that time. And what time is that, you might ask? It's that time to promote a sponsor. That's right. It is 20 minutes in, so we are going to give a quick second here and a big thank you to Audio Control. And I got a box today from Audio Control. I have no idea what it is, and I don't know if I should open it up on TV or not. But I'm going to do it because why not? And I didn't bother to open the packaging slip.
Can you give me just the paper?
The packaging slip?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You really want
to
to
see.
I know, right?
Before we're like, whoa,
I don't know what it is, but we'd like to
to.
thank Audio Control for, you know. Oh, cool. Oh, I know what it is. Hold on. There's a note in here. All right.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, so.
Very cool. It's a white paper.
All right, so this is funny. So somebody this is a sticky note, but it's fully taped.
Yeah.
It says, Dean Fernando, thank you for continuously helping folks in the 12-volt audio community, and thanks for your continued support. So it's a fully like laminated with masking with tape, and then inside have the Audio Control hat. This is the one that you guys could have got when you were doing the Epicenter Micro. And then there is a brand new Epicenter Micro.
There you go.
So cool.
Yeah, because you didn't have.
We didn't have an actual.
No.
All we had was the prototype.
They only have.
So now we have our Epicenter Micro. That
Yeah.
is pretty awesome.
Well, thank you.
Thank
you, Audio Control.
Thank you so much. I love the fact that they did this.
Yes,
that is
it's
so
really cool.
Now immediately Paul's gonna see if he can steal this from me.
Why?
Because that's just how he is. But yeah, so if you're interested in getting an Epicenter Micro or any other cool audio control product, you can head over to the website at audiocontrol.com.
Yes.
That's right. Thank you so much, guys. That's pretty cool. And this thing is like really tight.
It is?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It's because I have a big head. There we go. Should I leave the cool little tag on?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Why don't you take it out?
Because.
Do you listen to Pioneer 2 3/4 middlers?
Yes, actually we did. We
We definitely listened.
Should I mention what happened?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No,
we did get an opportunity to listen to them.
Yeah. That was just interesting.
Hold on a second. I can show you that. All right, give me 1 second. We listened to a couple different speakers the other day for reasons that Fernando is not letting me get into.
No, it's not. It's not.
But so this is 8. You got it on 8. We have the. Go ahead and let me. All right, hold on. Let me do this.
There you go.
And then shut off
that
the.
one.
Shut off
And
that.
then that one.
And I can turn that on. So what you're looking at here is the frequency response of the Pioneer TSA SA709s. And how you would take a look at this graph is obviously where you see 16 is high frequency, and then as it goes the other way is going to be lower frequency. And right there between 2.2, 3, 5 or 4, 5, and then it just dumps. So there's like this excited center right here that I don't know why it was doing that, or I don't know why it did that, but really what I'm disappointed in is the fact that everything else is non-existent. So like 6.8, 8, 10, 12.5, they're all just not there. They're not there. And all right, just to give you a comparison, which, hold on. So we'll compare them to something that you can see. Give it a second. So this is the Kenwood C2s, and this is what this is an awesome example of what a middler should look like. For the most part, there are other middlers that do different, and we understand why they do that. But this one is pretty nice. So
as you can see.
Yeah, you can see it looks really. Obviously, some equalization would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me show you one more. We can show this one.
No, 8.
So this is the Morel, and this is more common with what middlers look like. All right, so most of the time, this like dipping this V that you're looking at is what most middlers are trying to do, and there again, I'm not a sound engineer, I'm not a speaker engineer. We looked at enough of these to where this was really common. And what I think they're doing here is this gap they're building in to accentuate the high frequency. So like to reduce, I don't know. There again, I'm not a sound engineer. I'm not going to claim like I understand why they did this, but there was so many of them that looked just like this that, you know, this was not good. This sounded very bad, but this one sounded the fullest.
Yeah.
Like it had the, like, wow, like sounded very natural, very full. As you can see, that there is no tweeter, but you're getting a ton of tweeter out of it. So that's what we got. And
wow.
yeah.
All right. Hey guys, 2021 Chevy Silverado, now Bose. I have the LC7i going to 2 gigahertz amplifier. It's when I open any door, my amplifier powers up. Is there any way I can stop this?
So, two things. One, make sure you're using a set of the audio control LGD greens that are right above my head, right there.
There you go.
So make sure you get a set of these. You're going to love that. Two, what is happening is your factory system has always been like that. Let me explain how it works, and then you can kind of take it from there as far as what you want to do. The factory radio, as soon as you disarm the car, unlock it, or unless it has like perimeter, automatically turns on. There's no light indicating that the factory radio is turned on. And what it's looking and doing is the amplifier is powering up, the radio is powering up in the backside and getting ready to make sound, because there's a lot of things that need to happen in order for sound to play as soon as you start the car now. So it pre-boots up as soon as you unlock the door. When it does that, the amplifier is turning on and the GTO in the audio control is looking at that. So they're seeing the 6 volts of DC offset and saying, oh, the amplifier's on, I need to turn on. So there's nothing wrong with it doing that. It takes about 30 seconds for it to shut off after you turn the car off. And the amplifiers aren't producing sound, so they're at their minimum operating voltage or amperage draw, which is like 3 amps, if that, okay? So nothing bad is happening. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not going to hurt anything.
No.
It's not going to kill your battery. It's not going to randomly turn on and off unless you have a key fob that there again uses proximity, and you constantly walk past your car where your car thinks you're coming out. Sometimes that becomes a problem. Proximity key fobs will wreak havoc on that particular thing. If you decide that, like, no, I don't want this, it's driving me crazy, you can go and find the wrap circuit in your car, which there should be a wrap fuse somewhere in the fuse box, or an accessory fuse. You're going to have to go into the LC7i and turn off GTO. There's a jumper inside of it where you can turn that feature off, and then run a wire into it. We never do that. We never do that. Couple things why we don't do that is, one, you run the risk of getting a turn on and off pop, because now you're turning it off while the preamp is still active, and you could get a pop, and you could also get a turn on pump, because there again you're turning it on when the preamp is active. So do with it as you will, but no, it's not hurting anything. Moving on.
All right. Hey guys, great show. Please, can you recommend me a 3-channel amplifier which can take a high level input, or 2 stereo channels and strong mono channel at 2 ohms? I need all in one unit due to lack of space. I already have a DSP. I'm taking.
So the problem you're going to run into is that you're asking for the ghost. You're asking for something that isn't really done, which is a mono 2-channel load. That's the problem right there, is that all your 4-channel amplifiers that you can make a 3-channel amplifier are going to be not capable of doing that, because a stereo amplifier can only do 4 ohm mono. 2 ohm, off the top of my head, there isn't such an animal that I've seen. I'm sure there are some out there, but that's not going to happen. You got the wrong sub, is really what it is. Because it's a simple enough thing to do, just not the 2 ohm. That's where your problem is. Because you could do, like, if you're looking for the smallest easy fit amplifier, that'd be the Kenwood Exelon 40XR 401.4. It's a great 3-channel amplifier. It comes with the bass knob. It has the full EQ if you need it, but if you have a DSP, it's already got it. And it'll do everything you're asking except for the one thing, which is the 2 ohm load. What you may want to think about doing is maybe going with 2 smaller amplifiers, because you're going to need a mono and something else, and that's really, yeah. I'm trying to think of like a small footprint amplifier that could do the job. Like, I mean, you could do the Sound Digital 400.1 and then the 400.2. Like, those 2 amplifiers are only this big, you know, so that would be tiny.
What about the Rockford?
You could do the PBR. You could do a PBR 404 and bridge it to a 2-channel. I don't think they make a PBR 402 anymore. But they do have the T. Well, no, they have the T 501 and 202. They're again 2 small footprint amplifiers. So that might be a better move.
There you go.
But they're tiny. So look at tiny amplifiers. Scott, can we please see the response from the MM2? Yes, actually you can. Hold on. We did do the MM2. Hold on.
Yeah.
They must have caught it when I shut it off. All right, so the MM2 was really the, like, wow, really? Because the MM2 is not a middler. It's an actual mid-range. And as you can see, the MM2, that looks fabulous.
Yeah, right?
Like, a little bit of equalization on that, and you'd be good to go. I mean, like, there again, like 8K's got a little bump right there, and like, you could probably spend about, you know, if you've got a DSP, but you could see, like at 12.5 where that little dip is, but there, you know, so it's not loud when compared to some of the other, you know, when compared to that. See, that's going to be a lot louder than this. It's just, you know, but if you had decent amounts of power, you could, you know, but this isn't really what it's made for. But as you can see, yeah, let's go this way. So yeah, Pioneer, yeah. So I was impressed. I feel like you could almost use this in the right application as a, and then this was the power base. See that same V right there? Super loud. Oh my gosh. Like, this one was like ridiculous. Like, as you can see, like, compared to this one, it's even louder than that one. So, yeah. All right, that's it. That's all I'm showing you.
That's it.
That's all we could show you from that. At some point, we might put up a video. I don't know. Thanks, guys, for the info. You're the best. I'll bring you a beer when I move. Wait a couple of weeks. He likes Corona. I'm a bottle of water kind of guy, so it doesn't have to be anything, you know. Oh, wait, what did he say about the green things?
No, hang on, I'm sorry.
Where did it go?
Right here.
What was the green thing do that you pointed to behind you by audio control? So those are load resistors, and what they're designed to do is when you do something like when you take the speakers off of the factory radio, they don't have the power or the resistance from your factory speakers anymore. And what happens is it causes the radio to do strange things like shut off randomly and or sound bad for no reason at all. So this is just a simple, if you have an LC7i, all you do is you unplug this, unplug the LC7i, plug this in, plug the LC7i, you know, the connector, and you're done. It's that, like literally there's no installation needed. Just don't bury these because they do get a little bit warm. But with a new Chevy, this is what you need.
So you can go into, which one is this one? 3, 4.
What are we trying to do? Your computer?
Yeah.
It's 3. Yeah.
There you go. So you can go to audio control website and
it's
you will find it in there.
ACLGD 20s.
Yep.
Hot diggity dog. And there again, thank you,
Jack?
Audio Control, for being a proud sponsor of the show and providing me with this nice hat.
Oh wow!
Cool.
Somebody's
gonna get this hat at some point. I'm not gonna lie, because I got like 3 of these or 4 of these already. So I'll be, you know, somebody will probably get it in their somebody will probably get that hat in their IRTA order, because a lot of the stuff because when you order an IRTA 2, there's always a prize in the box, and sometimes it's a hat, sometimes it's a coaster, sometimes it's an Arc Audio koozie.
Koozie?
Because I got a couple, I got like 100 of those, so, or 50. There's a lot.
Probably
it's like 50 Arc koozies. But no, so every time we package together an IRTA 2, we always throw a little tchotchke in the box.
Yeah.
So just because why not, right? But thank you, Audio Control. All right,
thank you, Audio Control. All right.
We got 5 minutes. All right, good.
I purchased new speakers and 2 kicker key amplifiers.
Okay.
4-channel and a sub amp.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Okay.
The 501.
Yeah, I was like 2 kick.
So the 204, the 501.
Okay. For 2022 Mazda CX-5, there are no integration products available for this vehicle. Will I also need a kicker key lock
For the installation.
for the installation?
Okay, let's look at this and we'll break this down because I feel a lot of people are probably have this question. We'll start from the sub side, the Key 501. The Key 501 is capable of de-EQing electrical issues. So if you're gonna, if I was gonna run this in my Mazda, I would just run this as a front stage upgrade, meaning I'm gonna upgrade my front and I'm gonna upgrade my sub, which means I'm only gonna be grabbing, unless it has a factory subwoofer, I'm only gonna be grabbing the front 2 speakers. I'm gonna take that signal out, I'm gonna go to my 501, and I'm gonna let my 501 do its magic. I'm done with the 501 at that point, it's got everything, I'm all set. Now, so you would have to have the ability to look at the car to find out if it has an all-pass filter. And there again, you'll know as soon as you put it up. What's up, Jeff? But no, you don't necessarily need a key lock for that car. We know in a Toyota we do if you're trying to go for perfect center image. If your car automatically, like if you sit in your car and it sounds like the sound is either coming from right in front of you or off to the side, hop in the passenger seat and see if it sounds like it's coming right off in front of you or off to the center. If it's coming right out in front of you, then chances are there is some kind of DSP in the car already, in which case time alignment probably isn't going to be something that you're going to need to use. You could just leave that dip switch off. You can turn it on and off, see how it sounds, see if it sounds any better, but you're going to leave it off and just use the EQ. And that should keep the sound centered above the gauge cluster as it is now. If you want it to be perfect center, then yes, you're going to want to put the key lock in front of that, let it do its de-equalization, and then let the key, you know, front stage, meaning 1 and 2 on tweeters, 3 and 4 on mid bass, and then let it go from there. So you'd be stacking key locks at that point, or stacking keys. Most of the time when we do the key, like the way I've just described, we're not putting a key lock in front of the key, because if it does have it in the gauge, above the gauge cluster, that's usually good enough for most people. They're not looking to be like, oh, it's perfect. But so you have to decide what's more important to you.
All right, 2017 F250. Which one you guys pick? Oh, which will you pick?
What do you pick?
For front stage, I'm guessing. Focal flag 6.5 or Arson Voce 6.5. I have an Ampro and a DALS.
Yep. A75
channel amplifier.
A7 5-channel.
Yeah. Maybe I replace that too. Okay.
I wouldn't. No, the DLS is fine. I wouldn't be in any hurry to replace that.
Which one you pick?
So I don't
Flax?
know. I don't know what kind of music he listens to.
Okay.
But out of those two, I'm still picking the Flax.
Okay, yeah.
I like the way the Flax sound. I'm not like, it's not like I hate on the Voce. I don't. I really like it. They have a nice
speaker.
Reality is I'd probably like that tweeter better.
The Voce?
The Voce tweeter, because I know it's a really nice, you know, it's a big silk dome tweeter, which sounds really, really good. But I don't know, man. I know what that Flax and that F-150 sounds like. I've done it at my sleep, and that's the one I'm going with, just because I've done so many of them. And I just like the way it sounds. Power base looks like it has a wizard cone. I believe it does.
Yeah.
But there again, yeah.
Can the person who wants a 3-channel amplifier use a 5-channel by bridging the front and rear channels? The 51300 is pretty small. So
yes, that was going to be my next thing, but then I got like brain fart and forgot. You could do, because that's big. But
yeah, but he already has his DSP.
Right, but what he's saying is you could take a 5-channel and make it a 3-channel. So like if you take an 802.5, no, just take an 802.5. That'll do your 2 ohm mono, and then you're getting 110 watts by 2. So yeah, you could do that, 100%. Yes, Scott, thank you. Sometimes we overthink these things, and that one did pop in my head, but it's what made me think. The reason why I didn't go that way is because for some reason the Morel 5-channel popped in my head.
A 3-channel?
Because that's like the best of both worlds. You get that big AB class.
I think you can use any 5-channel.
You can use any 5, but what I'm saying is the Morel popped in my head because I was thinking, if I'm going to make a 3-channel amplifier that like, The Morel is awesome because you get that AB class front stage and you get a D class mono. That just kind of occupied my brain at that point. I didn't think of like an 802.5 small footprint.
I have a 6-channel run as a 3-channel.
No, your 6 channels run as a 5-channel.
Right.
It's still a 5-channel.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, slow it down, killer.
Yeah.
Go easy.
Would those resistors be needed in the 2017 Lexus IS 340?
So what you'd want for your IS 240 is the blue. So you'd want the LGD blue for your Toyota.
The next ones.
So they make grays, greens, and blues. For yours, it'd be the blue. And there again, it's to calm the amplifier down. There is some high frequency distortion that can happen, and that puts just enough load on it. Like in a Toyota, Lexus, the Japanese cars, the blues work the best. Except for on the newer ones, in which case the greens. But yeah. Hey guys, good seeing you at MasterTech. Just hopping off the boat. Job for the day.
Oh, hey, good to see you, man.
Great. You know what? Glad you mentioned MasterTech before I forget.
Yeah.
This Wednesday we were supposed to have Brian Schmidt on to talk about how the MasterTech Expo went, talk about what's coming up in 2023, because you're probably not going to give us much. And then we were supposed to have another special guest, Mark from Car Audio Fab, because Mark and Brian work together on a lot of things. Mark was there to do the DJing and stuff like that. Ooh, Fernando made this.
No, that's
wrong button. That one.
There you go.
So this was supposed to be the crew. We were going to do a recap show this Wednesday night. However, 2 things happened. One, well, actually, it's the same thing. Both of them had a personal thing they had to take care of at the last minute.
Yep.
Legit the last minute. So Brian called me today and said, hey, Mark's got this thing going on. Do you think, he's still willing to come? But I have this personal thing I need to take care of, this emergency that just popped up. Do you think we could do it next Wednesday? And I was like, yes, that actually works better for me because that means I can go out to dinner with Fro earlier. So next Wednesday, not this Wednesday, we are going to have Brian. Still can't hear you. Oh, shush. Next Wednesday, we're going to have Brian Schmidt of Mobile Solutions and also Mark from Car Audio Fab on the show. Big 4-panel, well, it'll be 3 windows because we'll be in the same one. But we're going to talk about MasterTech Expo and, of course, just whatever else pops in. So make sure to tune in on YouTube next Wednesday night. Don't worry, we'll put up some cool stuff to remind you, and that'll be that.
The dates for 2023 are set for March 5th to the 8th.
Yes, we actually just talked to him today briefly about it because, like I said, he had a personal thing pop up, and he has a... He always asks questions, even though he's like, he doesn't have time. And I'm just sitting there going, dude, you don't have time for this. You got to go. And he's like, I know, but... And I'm like, all right, relax. So next Wednesday, we will have the 2 of them on, and we'll have some fun. So sorry I wanted it to be this. Oh, hold on. I'm going to go to the one after.
Hey, Jose.
Yeah, that one. Did Andy's Mercedes with the prototype DSP sound better than the Helix DSP Ultra and Doug Dobson's Q5? How many powered and non-powered channels can be expected when using Frog's DSP will be launched? So, Andy's DSP, he uses the DSP Mini. He had 2 DSP Minis in there. He had the 8, and I think he had the 12 or whatever it is. And then he uses his up mixer. So he's stacking his up mixer on top of those DSPs. So God only knows how and when we're going to get the Audio Frog up mixer. Because there again, he's not even using his DSP, he's using DSP Minis. Or Mini DSP, I should say. Mini DSP. I can say this, I've never heard Doug's Q5, but what I have listened to Andy's Mercedes now twice. And the thing I like about Andy's Mercedes is it's just a fun vehicle to listen to. Like, it is a full surround, man. It's like there's and I sit in the driver's seat and there's just shit happening everywhere. It's almost like going to like a THX theater is the easiest way I can describe it. It's just there's so much going on, and we were playing some jazz. And it sounded like it literally sounded like I was sitting up on the stage. is the only way I can say it. Like, I was literally just, like, I'm sitting up on the stage with the mic just like, and I want to introduce. And they're going to let me sit on the stage while we're listening to them. Because it's just like, there's just shit happening. It was so cool. It was really fun, and I enjoyed it a lot. But,
all right.
Which reminds me, make sure to tune in tomorrow to 5 Minutes with 5 Star on Instagram.
Oh, yes.
I got more boxes.
More boxes.
I just wanted to open the audio control one, but we have no more boxes. And speaking of more boxes, before we answer some more questions, there again, we got to pay the bills. You can turn that off. Hey guys, are you interested in a awesome brand but at an affordable price? That's right. FocalUSA.com/auditor. Auditor, you can pick up. That's right. All the speakers you could possibly need. So if you're thinking about doing like, hey, I want to get some really nice stuff, I'm not prepared to spend a ton of money, well, you're in luck. The Focal Auditor, it might be the brand for you. So make sure to check them out. And I will tell you this, we just found out that Haley is going away for a couple days, which means we're going to have her car here next week, which means we're going to be doing the Auditor install in her car. So pretty cool. We'll be doing the speakers, we'll be doing the sub. I'm not sure on the amplifier yet because I don't know if we'll have enough time for that, but we'll definitely have the speakers in so we can give you guys, for one, you'll get a cool video, and two, you'll get to hear our report on them. But if you're interested, make sure you head over to focal-usa.com. And of course, make sure to check out, while you're at Focal, make sure to check out those new, God, what is the name? Slate Fibers. Slate Fibers. Check out the new Slate Fibers. Those are going to be hot.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to be buying those this year.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay, so anyways, moving on.
All right, right here.
I'm going to shut this off because we got that going. No reason to do two. What are your thoughts on sound quality on the T-Style radios, and is there limits on improving sound quality? So we asked this question a couple years back when the T-Style radios were just starting to come out, and we went to the one that is the best known, and we're like, hey man, like what can we expect? And he's like, nothing. They're not made for that. They have very limited output. It's a feature-based radio that just does this, what you're seeing. It's 100% about that. So are there limitations? 100% there's limitations because they're not made to sound good. So we always talk about dirty water and muddy water flowing on your head from over top. This is a muddy water situation. You can only shine a turd so much, and there again, the sound that is coming out of these is not great. So if it's your primary source of sound, even if you put it into the best DSP possible, you're still going to be limited on what you can get out of them. So if you're trying to build a sound quality system, you have two options. One, don't do one of these radios, or two, do one of these radios but run something else in as your source unit. So have all the cool features, which kind of defeats the purpose, but then run like some form of like a FiO or your phone, or FiO or your phone into it, bypassing the what is coming out of here, because this is not going to sound good.
Yeah. Yes.
Yay. Agreed. Best imaging vehicle at the show. Yeah, it's fun. It's just a fun car to listen to. If you ever get the opportunity to listen to Andy's car, by all means, please take the time, listen to it. You will not be disappointed. And I guarantee you, you will not hear another car that sounds anything like it at the show. Right. Because his is the only one. And that's not to say other cars don't have up mixers, because, you know, I went and listened to the Helix. Helix had, they had a couple cars there with center channels in them. They had a bunch of cars with center channels in them. They had the Larry's Mercedes. They had an F-150 with the 200 speaker stereo in it.
That was a BMW, no?
No, I didn't. That was I didn't
Larry's?
listen to. No, that was Jason's. BMW was there. I'd already listened to that. So once bitten, twice shy. And it sounded great, anyways. But what I'm saying is that nothing will sound like Andy's car.
Okay.
Hi guys, is Kenwood the only one that has a 6x9 component with a 3.5-inch dash speaker, Dodge Ram? Yes. Yes, they are.
Well, it's like it's gonna work great in that type of car.
I'm just gonna go with yes on that, and just
yeah.
Yes. The other option, so the price point on those is pretty spectacular. So I mean, when you look at price, performance, the value. What's up, Lewis?
Hey, Lewis.
Car gift in the house. Wah, 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 wah. There's nothing that's going to beat those speakers, because even if you try to do something like a la carte, there just really isn't anything. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Rust-Tame, yeah, you're going to get that this week. So this week, you guys have to look forward to, because I know you guys are curious, you're going to get the Audio Frog unboxing, amp dyno, and install car lab, as well as the continuation of the Mustang. I don't know what part we're on, but yes, it's all coming. So stay tuned. You know, obviously Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're going to get those 3 videos. Will be more of that. So look forward to it. I know I am.
All right.
2020 Grand Cherokee. Go.
Add LOC to the front door speakers to feed the Rockford P500 512. Powered sub. The sub works great. Lost the front driver door output. Any ideas? Wiring is good. Will have with the battery.
Added an LOC. You know, we just had this question the other day. First thought would be, why did you add the LOC? What LOC did you add? You don't need an LOC with the Rockford P512 because it has an LOC built into it. One of the things, we had somebody else ask us about this, and I think what is happening is the LOC, if it's a load-resistant LOC, which a lot of them are now,
And it's a Grand Cherokee.
and it's a Grand Cherokee, you could be adding in too much resistance, and it could be seen it as a short, which is shutting off the factory amplifier. So I would suggest, there again, if it's just coming off of the front door, there's no reason to have that LOC there. Just use the LOC in the P500.
Yeah, yeah.
And if it's the premium audio system in there, then you could actually just use the Amp Pro, or I'm sorry, you could just use the Sub Pro, and it would sound better with the Sub Pro. But that's really all I can think of that would be causing that problem, is that you're putting the LOC you're using is got too much resistance. Yeah, that's a weird one.
All right. Nice.
8 minutes left. That was 2 minutes ago.
That was
So.
2 minutes ago. Okay.
Do you have a video on how to wire an isolator relay for a dual battery setup?
I believe we did a video.
I think it's part of something else, though.
It's
I don't
part of
think
something.
it's like a standalone video.
No.
You need 3 fuse holders. You need a relay. You need something to turn the relay on and off with. I suggest an ING3.
Yeah.
That's a really cool piece to use to turn the relay on. At some point, we'll have to, if we get another one in, which I'm sure we will at some point, we'll kind of do our walkthrough video on how we do that. It's bass audio. We'll try high level. Thanks. Oh,
Yeah,
give it a go.
So
Give
there
it a
you
go.
go. So
Give it a
if
go.
that's a bass, yeah.
That's the only thing. Literally at the end of it, that's really the only thing I can think of is that the high low to low. Yeah, we already covered it. Now I'm reiterating, and I hate reiterating.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Did we forget anything?
No,
I feel like we didn't.
Uh,
Forget. If
no,
you
I
notice
think-
up top, the wire ruler is still available. There are some on back order right now. I apologize. They decided to change the color on me. We were doing reddish pink, but apparently orange is the color that everybody wants. So I had to order in some orange. So we're having. If you're waiting on a wire ruler, I apologize. There are going to be more coming at the end of the week. I just had to wait to get the oranges in, but we made a stack of them today, so they'll be going out, and any back orders will be filled from Mobile Solutions.
That's
So
right.
Thank you for your patience. And then, of course, Fernando has this loaded up here, which is the IRTA2. That's right, guys. If you want to look at the audio, if you want to see the electrical signal, if you want to not ask me a million questions, this is the tool for you. This will work with your iPhone or iDevice and allow you to see the electrical signal and what is happening. And it's 2-channel. And why is 2-channel important? Well, because 2-channel will tell you, like when you asked me about the Mazda earlier, does it have an all-pass filter? Is there something in there I need to worry about? You can easily use this to verify all-pass filters. So you can take your left signal and your right signal, sum the two together, and you can see what's happening. Now, if you're going, I don't understand what you're talking about, that's why we have these videos up. So you can simply press play and figure it out. So there's a lot of things you can do with this as an installation tool. They're available now, so hop on, get yourself one, and make your lives a whole lot easier. And of course, if you want to wear cool 5-star swag, you can find it at dnoswag.com.
Just like this one.
These are
never mind. Not this one.
you need a light. You need a special light.
Yeah.
And of course, DNF Tool Drawer is a place you can find the IRTA tool or any of the cool tools we use for our installation.
That's right.
All right. What is? Got an Epicenter with your thoughts on how to use it. Real quick. Epicenter with a DE5-1300, your thoughts on how to use it. What you're going to want to do is put the Epicenter in front of channels 5 and 6. So if you're going high level, you're gonna high level into it. That's it. It's if your radio only has 2 channels, I would say 4 channels. So let's say you're just using inputs front and rear, no problem. Copy the front, so come out of the front into the Epicenter micros, high level input, plug the RCAs into 5 and 6. So that's how you would do that, and hopefully that made sense. But you're just, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think you loop.
Yeah, you're just going to loop it.
Yeah.
And that would get you, because 5 and 6 is all that needs to see the Epicenter.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd be all set and ready to go. And it's got its own high level, so it's all good.
Yeah.
And you can still use the time delay. You can still do all that fun stuff. What you're going to want to do, you can still use a crossover and everything else. Because, that's how you do it. It's perfect. Yep. Nice and simple.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Perfect. All right, guys. You can shut those off. It's Monday. That means we got a whole week in front of us worth of fun and excitement. Yay. A lot to look forward to. We hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Make sure to tune in on Instagram. That's 5-Star Car Stereo on Instagram. We do the 5 Minutes of 5-Star show. And of course, if you do miss it, don't worry. If you're not an Instagram user or anything like that, I totally understand. Mondays, today, if you go to YouTube, we have the recap show, meaning all the fun and excitement that we did is there for you to watch. Think of it as like a cool podcast. You can watch it on there. We talk about what's happening in the Bay. And of course, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, we'll have Mark and Brian on the show. That's right. And I like how we all went in height order here.
Pretty cool, right?
So, and the fact that you put name badges on there, because like people don't know who Mark is.
We have different badges in that moment, so that's what I put it.
Oh, good reason. Wow. Oh, look at you. Okay. I totally understand now. So yeah, we'll be talking about MasterTech Expo, and of course anything else that they got going on there, new products. Who knows? It ought to be fun. Have a great week, you two, everyone, and we'll see you back here Friday morning for the news. And of course, Saturday night for more Q&A and just a fun time over on YouTube.
And see you guys tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a great night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.